there's a lot of that going on, like ridiculously sweet tea. And so if you get sweet tea somewhere, it's like, you can't drink it. So what I'll do occasionally is put just like a tenth of a cup of what they call sweet tea, which is like, sugar water, right? Oh, refreshing browser. Okay. Did it give an error or something? We got soft green, brilliant blue, and soft blue. Oh, we got some neophyte stuff. Nice. Let's see what we got here. The neophytes. Okay, now, do I have the Marshal's Greater Trading Tome? I do. How about the Arcanist's Greater Trading Tome? It does not look like I have the Arcanist's Greater Trading Tome, so there we go. Let's grab that one. See if we can get this rainbow lights to trigger anymore. Looks like not. Alright. It's all done giving me goodies for the moment. Down to 9 scrying stones. It's a real problem. Oh, how interesting. My Stream Elements thing acts like I just went live again. So, I guess there was a bit of a glitch going on there with maybe the stream stopped for a minute. The Quad said he refreshed his browser. That's unfortunate. There we go. I've almost filled up my bags with harvests. And so I'll be popping back over to the house and dumping all this into there here pretty soon. Hopefully I got a little bit of fair and I didn't really pay attention. Let's see here. Let's do a little sort. Let's see what we've got in the fair. That's Phelium there. So 41 fair. Boy, that feels like not very much, all things considered. But I guess I don't really know how long I've been harvesting for. So maybe that's a decent amount. I don't know. Definitely have a pretty good amount of wood there. I mean, if we need some wood, by golly gosh, we've got it. What is that? We've got 276 wood right there. Not counting the 7 oak, of course. Pretty significant. So if you haven't seen, on this little hotbar over here, I have made a little area for the crafting, or for the harvesting tools. So I already had these crafting abilities up here. And now I have added my harvesting tools to my hotbar. Makes it very, very quick and easy to switch between what harvesting tool I'm using. You want to go ahead and equip everything first once so that you get it attuned to you. But then after that, you can just click a button and suddenly you're using a new kind of harvesting tool. Decreases your harvesting time. Phenomenal. You're gonna love it. Yeah, that guy's name is in fact Hogleg. Must get closer. Hogleg Gnome Nuggies. My goodness, what does it mean? Hogleg Gnome Nuggies. Huh. Interesting. think it's a little concerning because Copernicus is in fact a gnome, and that individual appeared to be threatening my species. Not sure how I feel about that one. It's a little rough. Looks like I need to call the city and unload some of this stuff. However, while I'm thinking about it, I can manage to remember all the way over to the to this. I think I'll try the neck forest one. Then I'm gonna go try to pick up some scrying stones. I know that the person who sells scrying stones for neck forest is on the docks, but I don't know exactly where. So I'm going to go look around and see if I can find them. Also of note, I pretty well always go to the wrong pier to find the docks out of, or to find the bells rather, out of this zone. It's an interesting trick I have where, you know, I've got like a 50% chance, because I know it's one of those long ones that heads in that direction. So I've got a 50% chance to get it right, and I almost always get it wrong. It just feels like it should be the one to the right in front of that little introductory building there. Never has this been the case, however. It just, you know, it should be. Feels like it. It is not. Now, let's see if we can find someone who wants to sell us some scrying stones. Of course, there's another question, and that is, will this individual sell to me or Kanosian? Anyway, hey, Rutlands, how you doing? I don't think that this person sells those. No, this is just the mortal. What we want to find is somebody kind of out of the way who might have, who might want to sell. You know, there's this one here, a nail, but it feels like that one is probably too visible to be the one selling the scrying stones. It's really shady swashbuckler. Alright, thanks for the subscription, Buttons. Let's see what we've got over there. You know, so far, I'm not finding this individual who would sell the scrying stones. I mean, I'll just hop over to Fun Steps because I know where it is, but maybe it's the Ixar who was standing there. Who knows? Who knows? If anybody is familiar with the neck forest scrying stones salesman, let me know. In the meanwhile, I'm going to go over the one that I do know where it is. Hiding behind this very first building, and you go up the docks. And if you're heading onto the docks from the east, then you go up this ramp, you go to this first building that will be on your left, and over to the left of the building is an individual who's kind of hidden among these boxes. Maybe it's Loliat. Right? So we'll talk to Liet's over here. And the only thing that he sells is scrying stones. I'm going to go ahead and purchase a whole, you know, replenish my whole stack. I see that the video dropped again. Unfortunate. Hopefully it'll be back. I'm going to try refreshing the page on this end. And I'm going to check. Yeah, OBS still says everything's good. So, I'm not sure what that's all about. But I got that. And I'm going to come... You know what? I'm going to sell one of my things from my inventory. Because while I'm here, I may as well go check on the shiny. So I'll just sell something real quick. It's bad air with you. And then go check on the shiny before I call to the house. Yeah, that's correct, Ezlahar. Refreshing the page fixes it, for anyone who doesn't know. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. It's, like, if I check OBS, it looks good. everything from my end of things looks good. But then when I look over on the screen that has the stream going on it, it's like, you know, something has gone wrong. So I have no idea. It's a shame for sure. Oh, hey, Eslahar. Check out the new border there. I think I kind of like it. I spent a goodly amount of time last night before bed working on it, and it's like, this is not bad. This is not bad. Did a little adjusting to the EverQuest screen, the positions of specifically the XP bar to make it fit in there a little bit better. See that we're on an ad break at the moment. Looks like it's about time that I'm going to have to pop off anyway and get a few of the real life things done momentarily. So that works out pretty decently with the full inventory. Perfect timing, really. Before I go, though, I want to see if I can do the rating. I think that I may have figured out what's going on there. I think people's default settings on the raids, if they just click enable raids, then the default is to not allow raids from someone whose streaming is less than 30 days old. And, I think maybe tomorrow or the next day is going to be my 30 days. I'm not really sure exactly when I started, but I think it might be a little bit under 30 days still right now. But I will try and see if I can raid somebody. We'll see. Sort these bags out a bit. There we go. As Lohar says, I like it, and I like that you made sure not to pad the QR. Yeah, that was the plan. I was like, okay, I need to shape this in such a way that everybody can see everything still, pretty much. I don't think I'm really covering anything important, and I wanted to try to break up the straight lines at the edges, especially where it doesn't, the screen doesn't fully fill the Twitch screen, if that makes sense. So I felt like this kind of gives it, I don't know, a little bit of, something. Gives it a little bit of something, let's just say that. But I definitely want everybody to be able to see what's going on when things are happening. And I question the placement of the little box at the top middle for the follower count. I think it's going to be okay. It's going to hide one of my group members at some point. I can't really test that without getting the group large enough to be that far along. But I think it'll be all right. I think it'll, look decent up there. All right. I better get off of here and go get some stuff done. It was a pleasure streaming with you all, and I enjoyed chatting with everybody who's chatty. Look forward to seeing you in probably, maybe, hopefully less than an hour, but we'll see how it goes. In the meanwhile, if you're not following me, be sure to follow me and turn on notifications so that you can see when I go live. For now, I'm going to take off, and goodbye to everybody for now.